Hey guys, so today's video is another vegan recipe video. I was actually looking on my computer a week ago and I realized that I had a lot of recipe footage that I never ended up editing or uploading, and so I don't know, I kind of was just like, I don't want this to just be sitting in my computer. I'd rather you guys see it, even though it's older footage. I mean, you can't really tell, I'm just in a different apartment. But yeah, so I figured I'd edit it all together and, you know, show you guys the recipes. And as I was going through the footage or editing, I was trying to see, like, you know, kind of thinking about what I would title this and if the recipes had anything in common or if they were just random recipes. And I realized that they all had one common denominator ingredient, which was ground beef, or a vegan, like, beefless kind of crumble. So yeah, I just figured I would give you some ideas on how vegans use ground beef in recipes, or, you know, something to imitate ground beef. So that's what I came up with. So that's what this video is going to be. I hope you guys like it. Before I get into the recipes though, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. And if you guys don't know what Skillshare is, that's a really cool online learning community with thousands of classes for creative people or people just wanting to learn a new skill or just brush up on an old skill that they might want to improve. It's basically like going back to college, except you're choosing whatever classes you want to learn about. It doesn't matter if the college has the classes or not. This one will absolutely have whatever you want to learn, and there's no bad professors, there's no hard tests, and there's no stressful deadlines. So it's just a really cool place to learn. The classes are also broken down into shorter sections of each topic, so it's not just 1 hour-long class that feels really intimidating or overwhelming. And I love this format because as I'm learning, I can either skip ahead if I'm already familiar with something or already know it, or I can pause and go back as many times as I need to if I don't quite understand something and I need to spend more time on it to fully get it. One of the classes I'm taking right now is called iPhone Filmmaking, Create Cinematic Videos with Your Phone, and I've always been interested in cinematic type videos. I've always made them when I was younger, especially every time I traveled, and I haven't been able to travel much recently, but I just did one not too long ago when I went to Joshua Tree, and I really wish that I had taken this class before I filmed my little cinematic video. I think it still came out pretty good considering it was all on my iPhone, but I definitely think it would have came out a little better if I knew about certain apps and certain settings that I just did not know about, and there's a lot of useful tips that I can incorporate into my next little short film whenever, you know, I can travel a little bit more, because I've always been into making little short films of my travels. I think it's so fun, and yeah, I learned a lot from that class. You can also submit your own projects, which I think is really cool. It makes it more interactive and it feels like you're really a part of the class. So you can also get feedback from the other students. I think that's just so cool. There's no ads on any of the videos, and the annual subscription is less than $10 a month, which is insane. That's like having a Spotify account. It's so cheap for all those classes. Like, it's a great deal. And Skillshare is offering a free premium membership to the first 1,000 subscribers that click the link in my description, so definitely hop on that if you haven't already. It's a great opportunity. So that is it. Thank you so much for listening, and on to the recipes. So the first recipe is cheesy beefy nachos. It's super simple. It's only 4 ingredients. It's definitely the easiest out of the 3. So first you're just going to start by making the meat or the ground beef, and all you do is add that to a skillet. So you just basically heat that up until it's nice and brown. It's about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm adding taco seasoning just to make it a little bit more flavorful. Then I'm just going to stir that until it is nice and well done like this. Then I'm going to put some nacho chips in a plate, add some Daya pepper jack cheese, which is really good. Then I'm adding a second layer of chips and adding even more cheese. Then we're just going to microwave that for literally like 10 seconds. It melts so quickly and so nicely. Then top it off with the beef and sour cream and you're done. This is more of a snack option, just when you got the munchies. If you wanted to make it more of a meal, you could add more toppings like guacamole or lettuce and tomato, stuff like that, but it's still really, really good. Next recipe is a classic chili. So to start, I'm using Gardein Beefless Ground. I didn't really talk about brands too much, but this is definitely my favorite. I also really like Boca. So we're gonna add a bag of the ground beef to a big pot. Then we're gonna add some chili seasoning mix to make it obviously taste more like chili. Then we're gonna add a cup of water and give it a good stir and let that really mix together. Then we're going to add a full can of petite diced tomatoes, and then we're gonna add a can of Rotel tomatoes, which is basically just tomatoes and green chili. So it's a little bit more spicy. Then on top of that, we're gonna add a can of light red kidney beans and also also a can of black beans. Give that a good stir, and that's pretty much it. It's very simple. You want to just let it simmer for a while. The longer the better, so all the flavors can kind of marinate together, but that's pretty much it. You just have your classic vegan chili. For the last recipe, we're going to be making stuffed bell peppers, and you're going to start off by boiling 2 bags of rice. You can do brown rice if you would like. I actually recommend that because it's healthier. Then we're going to move on to the peppers, and for that, you're just going to cut the stem off, and then you're just going to kind of scrape the insides out and get all the walls and the seeds cleared out so that it's basically like a little cup. Then transfer the peppers into a large microwavable Tupperware bowl, or any bowl that is microwavable that can fit the peppers, because we're going to be adding some water to the bowl about halfway just so that they can get nice and soft. We put ours in for about 8 minutes, but I feel like that was a little bit too long, to be honest. I think about 4 to 5 minutes would be okay. For the filling, I'm going to be dicing half of a white onion and adding that to a skillet with some olive oil to saute. I'm also going to season that with a little bit of pepper and salt and some red pepper flakes. Then once the onion is soft, I'm going to be adding the ground beef crumbles. Mix the two together, and then we're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes until the meat is done. Then we're going to be adding our cooked white rice. Then we're going to take a can of diced tomatoes and add that straight to the skillet. Go ahead and give that a good mixeroo, and then we're going to season with garlic powder. And that is the filling complete. So now all you have to do is stuff your potatoes, not potatoes, bell peppers. Stuff your peppers. This part is very satisfying. Then we're going to take a can of tomato sauce and top all of the peppers off, and we're also going to put them in between the peppers so it coats the bottom and it gives you a nice warm sauce to add to your meal a little later if you want to add more, so it's already in the pan. Then you're going to throw your peppers in the oven for, I don't even know how long because I didn't film that part and I don't remember, so I'm guessing like, I don't know, 350 to 375 for like 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know, play around. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember what we did. Not very appetizing, I'm not gonna lie, but they do taste delicious. But yeah, it's really, really good. Hope you guys try it. Let me know what you think about these recipes, and I will get some more out for you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I will talk to you in my next video. Also check out Skillshare. Bye!